Welcome. Welcome. We are back. It is Peter Brown. It is The Wild Robot, and we are starting with chapter 34. We'll get right in it. I feel like I've been doing an awful lot of reading to myself. It is much better when you guys are all sitting right in front of me and hanging out with me and asking questions, and I can look to you and you guys can respond. But next best thing is being able to see you guys every morning. Here we go. Chapter 34, The Mother. Like most goslings, Brightbill followed his mother everywhere. He was slow, toddling little thing, but Roz was rarely in a hurry, and together they loved meandering along the forest paths and around the banks of the pond. However, they spent most of their time right in their own garden. You see, the garden was no longer scraggly. Thanks to the robot's careful attention, it was now bursting with colors and scents and flowers. Clearly, Roz was designed to work with plants. "Oh, Roz, you've been busy," said Tawny as her family grazed on the wonderland of growing things. "This garden is glorious. You'll be seeing quite a lot of us around here." Tawny meant what she said. Each morning around daybreak, Roz and Brightbill would hear quiet footsteps outside the nest, and there would be Tawny and Crownpoint and their fawns, Willow, Thistle, and Brook, happily nibbling on the garden. The deer weren't the only regular visitors. The beavers became quite fond of gnawing on a certain hardy shrub at the edge of the garden. Digdown, the old groundhog, popped up to munch on berries. Broadfoot, the giant bull moose, came by to chew the tree shoots. And of course, bees and butterflies were there every day, happily floating through the flowers. There always seemed to be friendly animals hanging around the garden. It was amazing how differently everyone treated Roz these days. Animals who once ran from the robot in fear now stopped by the nest just to spend time with her. The neighbors smiled and waved whenever Roz and Brightbill wandered past. And at the dawn truce, the other mothers were eager to share their parenting advice. "Make sure Brightbill gets plenty of rest. A tired gosling is a cranky gosling. When the wind starts blowing from the north, you must immediately get Brightbill to safety. North winds always bring bad weather." "You'll never be a perfect mother, so just do the best you can. All Brightbill really needs is to know that you're doing your best." No gosling ever had a more attentive mother. Roz was always there, ready to answer her son's questions, or to play with him, or to rock him to sleep, or to whisk him away from danger. With a computer brain packed full of parenting advice and the lessons she was learning on her own, the robot was actually becoming an excellent mother. I believe that's pretty true about most parenting things. I feel for Roz because there are plenty of times where I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm learning as I go, and I'm learning from others, and I'm learning from my own experiences. We'll do one more. It's pretty quick here. "Good afternoon, you two," said Loudwing as she waddled into the garden. "Remember me, Brightbill?" "Loudwing, Loudwing." "Very good," the old goose giggled. "Now, Roz, do you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is swimming day. The day when all the parents take their goslings out to the pond for the first time, and you simply must bring Brightbill." "Swim, swim," said the gosling, shaking his tail feathers. "Brightbill can go," said Roz. "But I cannot swim. I cannot go in the pond with him. I will not be able to protect him." "Who'd have thought a big thing like you would be afraid of a little water?" Loudwing laughed. "Well, don't you worry about Brightbill. He'll be safe in the flock. And he's going to have so much fun swimming with the other goslings. We begin at sunrise, so don't be late. See you in the morning." And with that, the goose plopped into the water and glided away. "Swim, swim," said Gosling. "Yes, Brightbill," said the robot, staring at the pond. "Swim, swim." Early the next morning, peeps and honks and splashes began echoing across the calm water. Roz and Brightbill followed the trail through the fog and over to the beach. It was crawling with fluffy goslings and proud parents. Roz took a few steps into the water, and her survival instincts immediately flared up. The robot's computer brain knew that if it got water inside her body, it could do serious damage, and so the other parents began swimming across the pond. Roz stood safely in the shallows and watched. Brightbill ran up and down the beach with the other goslings, peeping and laughing and pretending to be afraid of the tiny waves. When one wave finally pulled him in, He felt his body floating to the top of the water. A big smile appeared on the gosling's face. Clearly, Brightbill was designed to swim. "Very good, Brightbill," said Loudwing as she floated past. "You're a natural." "Yes, Brightbill, you are a natural," said Roz, trying to sound like a good mother. Loudwing rounded up all the goslings and gave a quick swimming lesson. "Remember, everyone, paddle your feet evenly to swim straight. Paddle with your right foot to go left. Paddle with your left foot to go right. Try to join the rest of us when you're ready. Happy swimming day." Loudwing and the other adult geese calmly glided toward the center of the pond. A jumble of goslings tried to keep up with them. The youngsters jolstered and splashed and peeped with excitement, and gradually they paddled in the direction of their parents. Only Brightbill lagged behind. "Mama, swim?" Roz pointed to the flock. "I cannot swim. Go have fun with the other geese. You will be safe with them." The gosling took a deep breath. Then he shook his tail feathers and paddled his feet and set out to his very first swim. He drifted too far to the left. Then he drifted too far to the right. But his feet just kept paddling until he caught up with the other goslings. Roz spent the morning watching her son swimming around the pond. And as she watched him, she felt something like gratitude. Thanks to Brightbill, the robot now had friends and a shelter and help. Thanks to Brightbill, the robot had become better at surviving. In a way, Roz needed Brightbill as much as Brightbill needed Roz, which was precisely why she felt concern when the mood on the pond suddenly changed. One moment, everything was tranquil, and the next moment, the geese were in a panic. Something was violently sloshing through the group. It was Rockmouth, the giant toothy pike. The fish had been a problem in the pond for as long as anyone could remember, but he'd never attacked goslings before. All the parents immediately went to protecting their young. All the parents except Roz. The robot could only stand in the shallows and watch as her son left the other geese behind and desperately told his mother, "Swim to me, Brightbill, quickly!" The gosling kicked as fast as he could, but alone on the water, he made an easy target. The pond rippled as Rockmouth slashed below the surface. "Mama, help!" squeaked Brightbill. The robot was terribly conflicted. Part of her knew she had to help her son, but another part knew she had to stay out of the deep water. Her body lurched forward, then backward, again and again as she struggled to make a decision. And then Loudwing came to the rescue. "Rockmouth, don't you dare hurt that little darling!" The goose fluttered over and splashed down on top of the fish. "Leave him alone!" She pecked and kicked and beat her wings against the fish until he surrendered to the murky depths of the pond. Loudwing escorted Brightbill back to the beach, and a minute later the gosling was safe in his mother's arms, safe and sound. Rockmouth isn't as dangerous as she seems," said the goose out of breath, "but I think that's enough swimming for the day." So we just knocked out 2 quick chapters. My words got really tangled up. I think I just need a little bit more coffee. Thanks for joining us. We will see you again. Another 2 chapters knocked out right there. So we're making some progress. Brightbill's learning to swim. Everything's kind of changing here. The robot is starting to get accepted as one of them. See you later.